What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, I made a video about the incident with Norby's, right? And I'm surprised, somewhat, a little bit surprised that I'm even making this type of video today, but not too surprised. It seems like people are completely lost in the sauce, right? For lack of a better term, people get lost in the sauce. It's so weird to me. But so I made the Norby's thing. I made the Norby's video, right? And in the video, I talked about how he's a civilian and how anyone from the criminal world messing with civilians, shouldn't be surprised when a civilian calls the cops or a civilian testifies against you. And someone actually left a comment, and they were talking about how something about ever since Tekashi 6ix9ine and the whack thing and calling him a civilian, and then said, and it seems like you're condoning snitching. So let's respond to the several different elements there. First of all, Tekashi 6ix9ine was a civilian his whole life. However, when Tekashi 6ix9ine decided to, as they call it, jump off the porch at a late age, when he decided that he was going to be representing a gang, he was no longer civilian, and he took on those codes and those oaths and those codes of conduct. And so what he did is he ratted. I don't care about the whole, man, they were fucking my lady and they were doing this and they were doing that. So what? You chose that world. That's what happens in that world. If you would have grown up in that world, you would have known that's just what happens. Especially if you're from somewhere where they just don't respect you and they're using you. You were the dummy to go ahead and think that they were going to respect you because you were making money. You never put in work with them, but you wanted them to put in work for you. So that's a completely different thing. If anybody, I don't know what Whack 100 said about that. I didn't watch that interview, but Danny Tekashi was not a civilian once he started, dressing flamed up and yelling out a certain hood. And no, you became a part of that world. You were committing you were doing certain things with certain people. You can't talk about them. So I mean that I don't even understand why that has to even be clarified, right? But apparently, for at least one individual, it does. Now, to say it seems like you're condoning snitching, let's be completely clear. There's been a lot of videos done already about this Norby's thing. There's been a lot of shorts done about dealing with this Norby's thing. I'm one of the very, very few. Like, I see people, and hey, to each their own. I see people straight out saying who the person was that did it. I don't know who did it. I didn't see it happen. How do I condone something that when I'm making it clear, I know the Huras watch every one of these channels? I haven't said who did it because I don't know. Even if I was there, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But now let's get back to the topic at hand. I don't know who certain people have been raised around and schooled by. But I want to just remind people, you have a nickname. When you get into your barrio, most dudes have a nickname, right? Do you have any idea why you have that nickname? Like, one of the main reasons why people took on AKAs originally. And I think people don't understand that. Let's turn that off. That shouldn't be happening. Here's a demonstration. Me and another individual by the name of Payaso, we happen to decide that we want to go commit a crime. It is something that has to be done. Maybe it's a spur of the moment thing. I don't know. This is hypothetical. We'll do whatever we do with it, right? And it's broad daylight. There are civilians on the street. Shit pops off. We get separated. I need Payaso to get with me. So instead of saying, hey, Jose Corubius, come here, homie, I say, hey, Paya. He knows to come. Because you don't call people by their first name. There's plenty of other Payas. But if I have to call out for him, or he has to, hey, Dubs, hey. Now, of course, I'm on YouTube, so people know that. But that's why nicknames were used. Why would you have nicknames around civilians? Because civilians are going to fucking tell on you. They are not part of the criminal world. Are there people that are squares that were raised by someone who wasn't, and even though they're a square, it was instilled in them? The old famous one, snitches get stitches. Yeah. But do you want to be committing crimes and assume that everyone is going to hold themselves to a criminal standard and criminal morals? That would be stupid. Again, that's why you have nicknames. That's why you cover up. Even back in, the 80s and 90s, when you didn't have cameras around everywhere, you still had a nickname. Doing certain things, you're still going to cover your face. You're going to cover up as best as you can. The Judas ain't the ones you're worried about. It's the civilians in the street. So this whole thing, I honestly hope that Norby's doesn't. I personally hope he doesn't press charges. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. However, I think, I believe that, if he were to press charges, his YouTube career would become isolated. You cannot go. I don't know. I don't know if he thought if I'm on live, if I record live, that's going to stop someone from, wanting to defend themselves or whatever happened, right? But he found out. That phone didn't throw no punches for you, homeboy. You needed both hands. You should have put that phone away. Oh, man. But honestly, seriously, I want to make my videos, like I always say, I want to have a point to my video. And this is another one for all of you who are dabbling in criminality or thinking about dabbling in criminality. Understand, even look at, and someone else pointed this out as well. And let me say that I've done a video already where the majority of dudes that I was in prison with, one of their own homeboys told on them. Believe me, I know. My so-called homeboys told on me. And like I said, the majority of dudes in there that I met, their homeboys did it. So it isn't just civilians. But if I was in that world, if I was still criming it, I would assume 1,000% any civilian sees me, they're going to tell on me. And you know that a lot of times, these dudes in the neighborhood that you call your homeboy, they're your homeboy. They really are. Until there's a dead body and they're under investigation. They're being interrogated, and the Judas come with that bullshit. Your homeboy told me that it was you, and they fall for it. Huh? What? It wasn't me. It was him. They start doing that bullshit rather than just shutting up and say, hey, I need an attorney. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You picked me up. Now you're telling me all this shit? Man, I need a lawyer, Holmes, because this sounds weird. This sounds like a movie to me. If, Free game, man. And I don't condone criminality. I don't condone violence. None of that. But let me give you guys free game. For those of you that are caught up in anything, maybe people need to start schooling their homeboys. If everyone lawyers up, fuck that self-preservation bullshit. Fuck trying to answer a couple questions and think you're going to outsmart the Huras. No. If everyone lawyers up, as soon as they get arrested, you get busted with two dudes. Hey, we both going to lawyer up. Oh, fuck these bottles, eh? Lawyer up. Nobody's cooperating. Then what happens is the county jails are full of dudes that are telling the DA, the prosecutor, hey, I'm going to trial. Fuck your deal. I don't want a deal. I'm going to trial. Do you understand it bankrupts the counties? See, county jails are able, counties and the prosecutors are able to fight as many cases as they do because so many people take deals. So, if you want to be in that world, start schooling your homeboys, hey, lawyer up. As soon as they put the handcuffs on you, tell them, hey, take me straight to the county. They're not going to, but they haven't understand. Oh, fuck this motherfucker. Dude's a knucklehead. Detective comes in. Hey, I'd like to speak with you. Nope. Speak to my lawyer. I'm good. Fingerprint me and put me back in the hard cell. I don't need to talk to nobody. That's how things change, And I'm over here talking. This is crazy. People will be like, fucking Dubs. He's giving them game on how to bankrupt the county. But this Norby's thing is interesting as far as where does it go now? I think if Norby, I think if Norby's just heals up and then out of nowhere has a new video, boom, and it's a good video, not a video on what happened, let that go. He just stays completely away from that topic. Whatever happened to him happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't care. But if Norby's can come out with a new video, boom, I think there would be people that would say, you know what, he took that whooping. He actually showed up, got beat up by whoever he got beat up by, kept his mouth shut, and is putting out content. I think it could help his channel. Look at 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake got in a fight with Pino, right? 1090 Jake is making so much fucking money now, and Pino is non-existent. I don't even know if he still has a channel. But anyways, that's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys to me it's like I'm trying to make a video, but it's just like in the back of my head I'm like, I can't believe I'm actually sitting here explaining the obvious. Now, I have a huge following like in the UK, and I'm huge following. Check me out. Shut the fuck up, Doug. But I do have a lot of followers in the UK, Australia. Shout out to Australia, New Zealand. I have a lot of people that get in my comment section. They're like, look, can you explain certain things to me? Because I'm a square. And hey, this video is probably for you. Because if there's anybody in the criminal world that has to listen to this video to be like, oh shit, wait. So all the civilians do tell? Yeah, assume that. Even if you run across a couple that don't, assume they will. Because even in the underworld, the dudes, you were doing I've told when I was, I've talked to people and I said the only people that can tell on you are those that do things with you. If somebody don't know your business, they can't talk about it, right? So prisons are packed with dudes who trusted their homeboys and got told on. So it is what it is. The game is fucked up. Your best bet is to take your ass to school. Learn a trade. Get a degree. Degree doesn't mean money, though. Doesn't mean it's a for sure job on the way or nothing like that, but it's a whole lot better than what the streets and prison have to offer. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Everybody, please be safe. Be smart and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.